it has just torn me apart that Shedeur Sanders, on the doorstep of doing something revolutionary, pulled an oblique muscle and couldn't go Saturday in the Browns' second preseason game, which allowed Dillon Gabriel to take over the stage as the other rookie quarterback who was taken 50 slots above Shedeur, 50 slots, because nobody in Cleveland wanted Shedeur except for the owner, Jimmy Haslam, who stepped in and said, that's enough, take him. Jimmy Haslam wanted the buzz, the publicity. It was, for him, sort of a publicity stunt. And yet Shedeur stepped in the first preseason game when everybody else got hurt, and he lit it up, and he showed you why, to me, he should have been the first overall pick in the draft, why Cleveland got the ultimate steal, why Jimmy Haslam should put his foot down and tell Kevin Stefanski, Shedeur Sanders will start on opening day against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cleveland. That's what I said last week, and then Shedeur pulls his oblique. And Dillon Gabriel played. Look, I watched Dillon Gabriel every snap that he took at my school that I grew up loving, the University of Oklahoma. Went to Vanderbilt, grew up loving OU. Watched Dillon Gabriel play at a very high level for 2 years. He's a little better Tua. That's who he is. Same sort of body type, lefty, decent arm. Can move a little bit. Tough kid. Does compete hard. And he looked really good for the most part. He did throw a pick six to Makuba, but he played very well because I expected him to play very well. Then after his stint, he's on the sideline, gets interviewed by the local Cleveland TV broadcasters and their sideline reporter. And he's asked about tuning out the noise. And Dillon Gabriel said, yeah, it's just part of it. You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors. And I totally understand that. But my job is to compete. And that's what I'm focused on doing, said Dillon Gabriel on the sideline, just a few feet away from Shedeur Sanders. And of course, the internet leaped to the conclusion that he was dismissing Shedeur as an entertainer and making himself a competitor. And I immediately did not believe that that's what he meant. So after the game, Dillon Gabriel further explained, and I'll quote him, he said, yeah, first off, I'm all about our team and each other. I would never make that kind of comment about a teammate, Shedeur. And I've said it before, that's why it's interesting. But for me, I've explained it. Entertainers are you all, meaning the media. Competitor, that's what I am. And all my teammates, and we both have jobs to do. So that's it. So he's trying to say, I said what I've said before, that the media is all about entertainment, but I'm about competing. In this case, competing for a job. I'm going to buy that. I don't think it was a shot at Shedeur as an entertainer, as some social media type star who can't play, who doesn't compete. Because I think Dillon Gabriel's been around Shedeur long enough to know, as Dillon stood on the sidelines watching Shedeur in that opener of the preseason, I'm going to say it again. Shedeur Sanders is the ultimate competitor. Is he an entertainer on social? Yep, he is. Who isn't in this day and age who plays sports? Everybody. LeBron James, ultimate entertainer on social media. But I've tried to explain, Shedeur Sanders is as mentally and physically tough a quarterback as I ever watched in college football. He took hellacious, unholy beatings his 2 years at Colorado. And he just kept jumping back up and throwing another completion, led the nation in completion percentage because he's deadly accurate. He has a Brady-esque arm, definitely above average, throws great deep balls, clutch toughness, third and long, look out. He's going to throw a beautiful ball under fire. I mean, yeah, he was raised rich by a daddy who had a whole lot of money, but he was raised tough. So I couldn't even get my mind to go there because Dillon Gabriel's a good kid. He is. He's not going to dismiss Shedeur as an entertainer because that's not where his mind goes. That's not how it works. And that's not remotely who Shedeur is. And if he did mean that, if it was aimed at Shedeur, not at the media, as we're the entertainers, he's the competitor, then boy, is Dillon Gabriel ever dead wrong about that. Because Shedeur's both. He can be an entertainer on social, and he is the ultimate competitor. Even more of a competitor to me than Dillon Gabriel.